Good morning. Welcome to the 11th annual Just Trying It Triathlon in Bethesda. My name is Maureen Colburn and I am the Executive Director for Just Trying It. Not only are we new to hosting virtual triathlons, but we're also new to webinars. So we apologize in advance if there are any technical difficulties. A special thanks to Deb Pavanelli, our Director of Race Operations, and to Carol Braun, our Race Director, and the whole race committee for bringing us to this day. When faced with what to do, cancel or go virtual, we knew we really had no choice. Cancer stops for no one, and neither do we. In fact, today we have over 335 people participating in racing with us. I want to take a moment to thank everyone who's racing with us today in this triathlon. We're all sad not to be on campus together doing this race in person. But the great thing about a virtual triathlon is that there's no age limit and there's no limit by location. So today we have racers who range in age from 8 months to 87 years old. And we have people representing from all over the country, New York, all over Maryland, Wisconsin, California, and we even have some international racers. So hello, Norway. To all of you who have raced before, thank you for joining us for this unique race. And to all the new racers, welcome. We're so excited to have you with us, and we look forward to being with you in person next year. Last month, I had the opportunity to interview Dr. Aziza Shad about what it's like to take care of cancer patients during COVID-19. Dr. Shad shared with me the many ways that cancer families have been impacted by this pandemic. We are all experiencing anxiety these days, but the anxiety for our families fighting cancer is through the roof. And the fact is, the financial stress of cancer just adds to an already traumatic situation. Dr. Shad also shared with us how hospitals are really relying on their partners, like Just Trying It, to help support families, as budgets at the hospital need to be cut or amended or redirected for COVID-related needs. As many of you know, Just Trying It pays the bills for families who have kids who are fighting cancer. We're paying mortgages and rent. We're keeping people in their homes. We're keeping the lights on, and we're keeping gas in the tank. We want our families to focus on what is most important, the health and well-being of their child in treatment. So whether you raise $25 today or $2,500, thank you, because every dollar counts. I'm so happy to announce that you have raised almost $30,000 for families fighting cancer at MedStar Georgetown, Children's National Hospital, Samuelson Children's Hospital at Sinai, Johns Hopkins, and Inova. Thank you. I know that more donations will continue to pour in as you share your great race experience with friends and family over the next week. I want to thank you and ask you to thank all of our sponsors. These local companies have made this race possible, and they've stuck with us through very difficult economic times. Enterprise, a longtime supporter of Just Trying It, they're usually sending us dozens and dozens of volunteers to help with our race. This year, those volunteers are getting to race with us for the first time, and we're really thrilled to have them on board, and we're so grateful to them for their continued financial support. I especially want to thank Chris Stuber and Co Bachmeyer for their leadership in supporting Just Trying It. Clark Enterprise, thank you for your generosity and your continued support of our mission. Other local businesses that are supporting us, Counselor's Title, Dana Cruz and Sotheby's, the William J. Shaw Foundation, Howard and Hoffman, LifeBridge Health, Witham, Clark Construction, Bank of America, and a new sponsor this year, Burness Communications. Of course, I also want to thank all of our in-kind sponsors, A Squad and BB&D Storage, and of course, the Landon School. Thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to being back on campus next year. I can't wait for you to meet our face of the race, Ava. In December 2018, Ava started having fevers and losing weight. After 7 months, she was finally diagnosed with leukemia in July 2019. Ava's treatment started right away, but her treatment was not effective and was not working. So in December of last year, she entered a CAR-T study in the hopes that would help to reduce her MRD status. In January, Ava was declared cancer-free and allowed to return to school. However, she was only there a few months before the pandemic struck and all of the schools were closed. When Ava first found out that she didn't have cancer anymore, she told her mom that she wanted to donate her blood plasma to help other kids. Her mom told her that wasn't possible, but that they would research other organizations that support families fighting cancer that she could help and support. They were introduced to Just Trying It, and Ava and her family agreed to be the face of the race. We are so grateful to them for sharing their cancer journey with us and for helping to share their story to support other families fighting cancer. I'm excited to share with you a few words of encouragement from Ava and her mom, Grace. Her mom, Grace.
Hi, my name is Grace, and this is my daughter, Ava, this year's face of the race.
We want to thank you for racing this Sunday.
We're really bummed that we can't all be together as a community and participate in the Just Trying It Triathlon, but we're really excited to participate with you guys virtually. Our family will be hiking and riding our bikes and doing some yoga, which Ava loves. That's something that she's really learned to enjoy during treatment. We also want to tell you a little bit about what it's like to have a child with cancer and also be a child who has cancer. So Ava, why don't you go ahead and tell them a little bit about your experience with leukemia?
It can be really hard because you can't go to school or spend time with your friends like you used to, and it makes you really sick.
So Ava was diagnosed in July of last year, and since then she has been undergoing treatment. Because of her treatment, we were at Johns Hopkins a lot this year, and we had to spend a lot of time away from home. That meant that we had to take a lot of time off from work, and we need to have a lot of help with our other two kids that couldn't come to the hospital with us. One of the things that Ava had to do was she had to, like she said, she couldn't go to school, she couldn't be around her friends, so she had to spend a lot of time at home being safe and making sure she didn't get sick, kind of like you guys have had to do during this quarantine. But in addition, Ava had to spend weeks at the hospital, and that meant that we couldn't be home with our other kids, and we had to make sure that we had money that we could pay the bills that we were incurring at the hospital, but also the bills that it takes to be a parent and to take care of your family. Without the help of organizations like Just Trying It, it can be very financially stressful and devastating for families who have children who have cancer. Some of the things that grants from Just Trying It help with are your utility bills, your travel to and from the hospital, child care for the kids who have to stay home and you can't take care of, and in addition, car payments and things like that. But Just Trying It can't do any of that unless they have kids like you helping to raise money through triathlons and things like that. So we're really, really appreciative that you guys are out there doing this and thinking about all the kids out there and their families who are fighting and battling cancer. We really just want to thank you, and we can't wait to see all the great things that you do for this Sunday's triathlon. So thank you so much, and just know that we will be out there on Sunday with you, being active and helping to take care of all the kids that we can with your donations.
Thank you, Ava and Grace, for your inspiration. My name is Deb Povinelli, and I had hoped to be with you at Landon today for what would have been my third Bethesda triathlon. However, I'm excited about the fact that we've gone virtual because it means I get to race with you. And along with me, I'm bringing my whole family, including my mother, my kids, my husband, my sisters, and their families. So we're really excited about the opportunity. I love the idea of us all coming together as a community physically, but I've been really encouraged and inspired to see what all of our racers have done without the ability to come together physically this year. We have so many families doing the virtual triathlon, and we love that. I'd like to take a moment and recognize our top fundraisers. It was especially hard to fundraise this year, and we appreciate even more all of you who have done such outstanding fundraising. In fifth place, having raised $758, is Sean Body. In fourth place, having raised $769, is Henry Gerbig. In third place, having raised $1,034, is Sadie Povinelli. In second place, having raised $1,473, is Nathan Body. And our top fundraiser right now, in first place, having raised $1,820, is Jace Rossner. I'd like to take a minute to talk about our teams. Teams have always been and continue to play a huge part in Just Trying It, in both our community and in our fundraising. And this year, our teams were more diverse than ever, and a lot of family teams, which was so fun to see. Our top fundraising teams in terms of dollars, in fifth place were the Capital Girls Cancer Crusaders, raising $1,209. In fourth place, with 19 racers and raising $1,781, was the District of Community. Our third place team, with 10 racers, raising $2,231, was the Body family. Our second place team is our largest team, with 32 racers. Team Nicholas raised $3,103. And our first place team, a new team this year, 20 members strong, including an 85-year-old mom, Toby's team, who raised $3,434. I also want to make special mention of our teams that were able to recruit more than 10 racers to their teams, which in addition to our top fundraising teams included the Forest Knoll Mustangs, the Burning Tree Frogs, and Team Enterprise, which, as Maureen mentioned, generally brings us lots of volunteers, and this year brought us racers. So thank you and congratulations to all of our teams. Remember that your fundraising pages will stay open all year. So if you want to use your page for your birthday or some other special occasion and request donations, feel free to do so. We will do a raffle on Friday afternoon of all of the fundraisers. So after you do your race, be sure to share your pictures with friends and family and see if you can increase your fundraising. For every $50 raised, you'll get another entry into the fundraising raffle. I also have some exciting news that because of the COVID situation and the fact that our 14-year-old racers didn't get to do their race this year, we're going to extend the age limit next year to 15. So all you 14-year-olds can come back and race with us next year. Before we start, I just want to remind you of a few things. As always, our priority today is to stay safe and to have fun. When you're out doing your activities, please be sure you're maintaining safe social distances, staying 6 feet away from any non-family members. If you're doing an activity that involves wheels, if you're riding your bike or your scooter, make sure you're wearing a helmet and that your helmet is done up. And if you are in a congested area, please be sure you're wearing a mask. As you do your race, take pictures. We would love for you or your family to take pictures and send them to us. We want to celebrate your race, and with no finish line to do that physically this year, we want to be able to do it online. Anyone who submits a picture will be entered in a raffle, a participation raffle that we'll also announce on Friday. In order to send pictures to us, you can post them on our Facebook page, Just Trying It. You can post them on Instagram and tag us, just_tryin_it. Or you can email them to me, racedirector@justtryingit.org. And don't forget, we have a great playlist that was created for us by A Squad Entertainment. They're usually there DJing music for us in person, but instead they've given us the opportunity to take it with us on our race. So download the playlist. It's on our Facebook page, or you should have received it in an email from us. Enjoy the music as you do your race. Have a great day. We can't wait to see what you do. Now back to Maureen.
At this time, please join us for the national anthem, played by Landon student Presley Smith. Now, please join me for a moment of silence to remember those children who lost their battle with cancer. Specifically today, we remember Cody, Elle, Maddie, Chris, Kwame, Weston, Nicholas, and Ariella. Thank you. Let's have a great race. It will be like no other we have ever done before. Bye.